Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forged Lines Forever. Today, I have a 6-player Phantom on the map Bunny ROANOKE version 13. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. But before we go ahead and do so, I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because, of course, the first 10, 15 minutes are kind of, not, I wouldn't say boring. It's just, everybody's getting up and ready, everyone, getting started and whatnot. And so, essentially, it's just kind of the early stages of Phantom, just ecoing up, that sort of thing. So it's, that's not what we come for. We come for the high octane action, all the naval combat, all the air combat, all the whatnot. So let's go ahead and just skip kind of the intro and get on with it. Starting off with the 12 o'clock position here, we have the comm of Tag Defcon. He is a Seraphim and he is a 1900 in Pac-Man yellow. Going clockwise here to the east in the 2 o'clock position, we have the Tropical Ocean blue player of Buttons. He is also a Seraphim in this game, and he is a 1600, upgrading those mexes, of course, as fast as he can. In the 4 o'clock position, we have another Seraphim player of TV No Baby. I think I'm saying his name right. I know I've been corrected in the past. It's just been a while since I've looked at that. He is a 1700, and he is in light oak tan. In the 6 o'clock position here in Regal Purple, we have Overlord 1313. He is the first different faction in this game as an Aeon. And again, of course, everybody gets access to Hives in Phantom because Hives, everyone would pick Cybern if it wasn't for the fact that everybody got it. Because Hives are just that overpowered in Phantom. In the 8 o'clock position here, we have a Nubex going. It sounds like Anubis, but it's a Nubex. He is a Cybern in this game, and he is a 1400 in Batman Gray. And in the 10 o'clock position here, we have in Imperial Gray the comm of Nick01 as a UEF in this game, already producing those RAS comms. Again, he is a 1500. And in terms of how many different factions are in this game, we have 3 Seraphim, an Aeon, a Cybern, and a UEF. All of the races are in this game, which is kind of rare that I see that, but 6 players, kind of, it's there is a percentage chance that it, of course, doesn't end up having all the races represented. But we already have a break here by a Noob X. Well, I'm going to pause it just for a brief second just to take a look at ecos. We do see a Noob X. I know I'm going to say Anubis. I do apologize, and I do see TV. He is the other Phantom. I don't know if there's a Paladin in this game. We'll have to see if that. I think that there usually is. I just don't know. It's between 2 players, but I don't know exactly who it is for now. But we'll see as time goes on. But at 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes, now Noob X breaks, and so we can see what he sees. He broke with everyone. He doesn't even know who the Phantoms are. The Phantoms don't know who each other are until I see that TV says to Anubex 306, and then he accepts the alliance knowing that he is the other Phantom in this game. And I feel bad for Overlord here. He is a 1900, but he is getting sandwiched between 2 Phantoms. And of course, we have Overlord has a couple of transports ready to go. He's going to try to evac as fast as possible. I don't blame him in that. A bunch of frigates, a couple of cruisers, and a couple of destroyers were spammed up very quickly here. Do apologize for missing that early action, but now we can see this game is kicking off before 20 minutes and even before 15. Kind of rare here, but the transports are loading with some RAS comms. They're trying to get out of there. That transport needs to get out. Go, 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 go. The evac is on its way, and they get out of there as quickly as possible. We have a couple of these frigates, destroyers trying to be spammed up as quickly as possible. We even have some Yenzian kind of just hovering over here. But it's not enough. The player of Overlord has been knocked out of this game for now. Good job, says Overlord. You held well. He did do a good job considering he evac'd and he got a couple of RAS comms out. And so, he's losing that eco very quickly. He'll probably establish himself on a secondary island somewhere. And looks like another player here. And he control K's. Actually, doesn't control. I think he gets shot down by Geminis. Oh, that's gotta hurt. We do have, oh no, I forgot about the ACU Highlight mod. That does get shot down by a Nubex. He almost made it out of dodge. And I've pinged you. No. That's gotta hurt. And of course, Nick does break with the first Phantom. Still sees, of course, the player of TV, but of course, doesn't know he is the other Phantom. That's gotta hurt. But transfer of control, usually we see it's a total wipeout, but this is a full share game, so everything was transferred over to Tag Defcon. Wasn't transferred over to TV. He's also not the highest rank either. That's at least something that got out of it, but those transports did get shot down. Unfortunately, all those Rascoms were killed off, unfortunately. And we even have the gunships, these renegades, going after perimeter mechs here for Tag as well. Tag has a long road ahead of him, as do the rest of the other Innocents in this game. The Innocents now occupy the northern half of the map. The Phantoms occupy the southern portion of the map. And of course, they had to be 3 Seraphim, so there's a bunch of highlights. We won't know who is who until I zoom in. I still wish there was a way to fix that. I haven't found a way. If anybody does know a way to fix that whole highlight mod, duplication, Seraphim, Rascom nonsense, please let me know down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. It does make it somewhat difficult, of course, to cast these games with the highlight mod highlighting everything, but, I bear with it. I try to zoom in and go, where would I hide my comm? And that's where Buttons' comm is kind of isolated from everyone else. So that's kind of the method of my madness. Tad Defcon's over by himself. I'm assuming that is... Oh, no, that's Rascom. Let's see, is that... No. Where is the comm? Is he just going to hide in the water? Where is his comm? Even I don't know where his comm is. Maybe he's hiding somewhere else. Who knows? But anyway, I'll find TV's comm later. Anyway, we have, of course, a noob in the water hiding, and Nick is building something. Not building anything. Actually, he's building summits, T3 battleships. He's going to start trying to use that early advantage in T3 tech to push against the Phantoms. And in the east, of course, Team Innocent does know of the betrayal of TV. He is the other Phantom in this game. And now there is a big hill to climb for the Innocents. They have a second one under threat here. A couple of Yasows, but we have enemy Yasows as well. It's Seraphim on Seraphim action here in the 2 o'clock position of this game at 14.5 minutes. Of course, it actually isn't 14.5 minutes in the recording, but it's just because it was sped up. So essentially, the 2 Innocents, the 12 o'clock and the 10 o'clock positions, both for Tag and Nick, are perfectly fine for now. But as time goes on, it doesn't look like that's going to go very well. Of course, the Phantoms will cannibalize the middle island that was once Overlord. He almost made it out. I give him credit. He almost made it out. But ASFs came in and wiped out both those transports. So definitely unfortunate, but, it does happen. So we have a Rascom running around the land here. It does have some offensive capabilities on it. Not great, but better than nothing. Going to spam up some Uthashalas, but that thing is going to get wiped out sooner than later with all those Zooey spam. We have T1 Torp Bombers trying to hold the position here in the water for Buttons. You got to do a little bit better than that. You got to go after those Yasows directly, and that's what he does. The Yasows, of course, can emerge from the water. They have decent AA. They're not the best. They're not cruiser level, but they are, pretty decent. We have some of the artillery is in range to take out a couple of those Yasow, so, being able to fight back in that regard. And we have artillery base to the east going after this T1 land spam here. Kind of rare that we see land spam in this game. Usually it's just naval spam, but it's good to see kind of a deviation of the norm. It makes these Phantom casts always nice and different and unique. I don't say unique, but different RNG, I guess, would be the way that I would describe it. We have frigates going after, of course, subs. The frigates can't fight back, but they can sit there and just tank the fire from all those torp bombers. The Yasows, the torp bombers from those torpedoes, but the Yasows can easily come in and wipe those subs out. We have Rascoms coming in from Tag Defcon to probably scoop up reclaim or help defend the base here for Buttons. Buttons is, his base is fine for now, but with more Hathums coming on station, multiple of them at the same time, and they are spewing out of those facilities. Here, look at the spread here by the Phantom of TV. He is just pushing everything. He's obviously ignoring the west because that's the other Phantom And that is the very hard part of being sandwiched between two of them. Is it's just hard. You're killed off immediately. Yeah, don't blame him. You kill the guy that can attack you from a different side and go after everyone else, and then go after another. Of course, you've seen the time code for the video. It's going to be a long video, so strap yourselves in, get some popcorn, get some snacks, get some get dinner or lunch or breakfast, or if you're on the toilet or whatever, get a nice magazine, whatever, get something, and join us for a wonderful long Phantom cast, which we of course love to watch because Phantoms are always, it's just like Subcom on steroids. It's just, game enders, artillery, bunch of Navy, large amounts of air, Zooey spam apparently. Haven't seen that in a while. He is on T2. If you spam battle cruiser, you finish him easy with micro. Oh, yeah. I can see that, but I don't know. I mean, obviously the Neptunes are very good at taking out T2 and T1 units, but having 1, 2 of them is not enough. You need a lot more than that. I do understand why he started with summits, just to pump out that high damage and DPS and range. But Overlord is right. If he gets Neptunes out, he can really just punish the T2 Navy. And it does look like it is going to start moving forward, of course. Frigates are going to play the cannon fodder bullet sponges for those Neptune-class battle cruisers, and the R-Torps on there as well, so being able to attack with another avenue attack. But Team Innocent has been able to at least shove the Zooey spam back a little ways. We have more Yassas appearing here, 4 buttons. We have, of course, a nice fleet of a bunch of aircraft carriers, and if you saw yesterday's video, there were so many naval units in that game. And so many Harthooms. So maybe we'll see another spam of Harthoom-based nuclear fire. But of course, in the east, we have a nice shield base for that artillery. Team Phantoms TV is starting to give that a wide berth and does give a lot of wiggle room. Would like to see some additional factories. Yusu 1 being pumped up. Would like to see even more. In terms of ecos, currently at almost 20 minutes in this game, both Phantoms, they were at that 1100 each, but it does look like a Nuke X. Is he suffering power issues? No? Okay. Maybe he's just reclaim related. Anyway, but we have a bunch of T1, T2 units in the form of those, we have frigates, we have cruisers, we have destroyers, we have, I think, counterintelligence boats. Look at that firepower. It's not enough for Team Innocent to hold out. They don't have enough, and so it's just being riddled with holes. Does not look good here for the Innocent player of Nick so far. No T3, only T1 and T2. No T3 is essentially the feeling that I get right now, which sucks because you would think the higher tiered units would be able to take this group of units out, but there's just so many of them. It goes to show you that 1,000 of anything can kill anything. So in the east, we have more Yassos being pumped out, trying to take out Rascoms. Love to see that, trying to reduce the eco just by a little bit. And little by little, of course, the Zooey can't be targeted because they float. So torpedoes can't target anything that's not in the water. But torpedoes going after Harthooms. They are being ground fired by the other Harthooms as well, so they got to be very careful with that. Got to keep moving. There are some that are severely wounded. And of course, a unit at 1 health can do 100% of its damage. It's not reliant on how much health you have. Unlike other games that I play, that depending on the health, it does kind of depend how much firepower you have left. But Nick, he's starting to feel the pain here. Some of those shots are reaching the main island, even if they're just missing most of the time. They are starting to become in range, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Galaxy classes coming on. Oh, there's already like 5 of them. Look at that. Actually, there's more. There's more than 5. There's 8. There's 8 of them online. Nick, it's not looking good here for you on the western side. The Innocents are feeling the pain here at 21 minutes in this game. And of course, if you've been enjoying the cast so far, please like and comment down below. Who do you think is going to currently win? Of course, the Phantoms do have a huge advantage, huge map advantage, huge eco advantage. The Innocents can come back if the Phantoms do betray one another. It does give some time for the Innocents to come back But again, let me know down in the comments. And of course, the Phantoms cannot win by a team. They have to win individually. So of course, let me know between the Phantom of a Nubex and TV, who do you think is going to currently win? Of course, hit that sub button. And again, hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend and whatnot. I sure am. At the time of recording this video, I'm going to be... This is my second to last video for the holidays. I have one more I have to record after this, and then I'm done till Tuesday. So I won't be recording. I'll still respond to comments and stuff like that, but I won't be recording any videos. So, you know, you'll still have a cast every day. You've probably already seen that already. But, and it is Christmas, to be fair, today. So just again, happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas to those that do celebrate Christmas. And hopefully everyone is having a fun holiday. But of course, we have some Torp bombers coming in from the north from Tag Defcon, coming after these cruisers. That is the target you would go after to take out the AA and go after everything else. There's just so many frigates and so many Salems that the AA is just... I mean, yeah, you can take out some of the cruisers, which are the main targets, but there's still so much AA in that mix. And of course, we had a ASF fight here to the north from TV. Looks like he wanted to take out the ASF forces for Tag. Tag is really feeling the pain, of course. He's trying to help both of his teammates, but he's, you know, splitting hairs here. He's trying to divert what attention to what. There's a nice naval army starting to recruit here. A lot of it is just Zooey, but, you know, they're pseudo units. They're pseudo naval units. We are seeing a nice push come out here from Buttons to the east, though. Going after these Hathum T3 battleships. There are some Yasels in the water as well for Team 2's TV, but of course, not Team 2, sorry. The Phantoms TV. Again, for some reason, I think the Innocents are Team 1 and the Phantoms are Team 2. I just, for some reason, have that stuck in my brain. T1 boats in the form of attack subs have been spammed up to help assist. We have of course, the dreaded harms are starting to be proliferated around the front line here for a Noob X. See, I keep saying, keep wanting to say Anubis. And those Zooey are starting to be dealt with. I would love to see some of those. Was that a nuke? What was that? I don't know what that line was across the screen. Anyway, that is an Awasher on screen. That's what I saw. And that's going to hurt Team 1 by having that, or the Team Innocent. Ooh, that's going to hurt. First experimental of the game, 24 minutes. I mean, I'm kind of surprised not to see any, like, sort of stealth monkeys or sort of thing in the water. But it does look like Nyx's forces are starting to be dealt with. He's starting to run out of options. He needs to start fleeing his base and start establishing himself somewhere else. There are a lot of engineers pumping out facilities back here. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. More RASCOMs being thrown on the front line to help hoover up mass to funnel into other projects. ASFs are being released from aircraft carriers to help assist in taking over the skies. Awasher inbound for those destroyers that are underneath the surface of the water. And there they go. Oh, it's going to hurt. I don't know if the secondary explosion works for the water. I don't know. This cast was a little bit earlier. Or this video replay was a little bit early. I think it was sometime in November. I don't remember if the update for the Awasher bomb change happened at that point. But I'm interested to see, because the new Awasher bomb, or how it works, is that like it drops its initial bomb and then it has a secondary explosion, kind of similar to the Emissary T3 round, where it fires its first shot, it lands, and then there's like a pulse that happens after that. So I wonder if it's the same kind of thing or not for the water sort of thing, because obviously you see the first, you know, bomb, the landing, and then you don't see the other explosion. So I'm kind of interested by that. But we saw some missiles try to go after some T3 Mechs, but they didn't really get anywhere. See, they're right over here. No AA, says Overlord. Yeah, there is no AA, but of course there is an Awasher, and that thing is coming for those Yenzine tanks. He doesn't want any sort of floaty, naughty nonsense. Bomb gets released. There goes that Hathum's health, and those Hathums from TV are pushing that naval fleet essentially into the fleet of Nick, and that's really going to combine forces and be just a huge pain for the Innocents to deal with, because if these two fleets combine, that's just going to wipe a lot of the map off. And so I do love the fact that Buttons is still attacking on this eastern side, trying to still poke and prod and just annoy. Of course, we have more Yasaos being thrown over here. The ASFs do take out that Awash. I hate to see it land, but of course, it is a win for the Innocents. Even though they lose all the ASF, it was worth it. One more battleship, says Nick. Is he talking about what? One more battleship. Micro them. You fire crappily. We have, of course, Rascom scooping up as much as you can for both sides of things, but I don't see as many for Anubix. I see more just building those harms, so maybe focusing on other things. But Team Innocent has their own Awash. It takes out a huge amount of boats here, deals a decent blow of hit points to that Galaxy class. There are some ASFs nearby, but not a lot. Overlord base, no SMD. Wait, what was that? Overlord base, no. To take out the resourcing options, which, you know, something's better than nothing. We have TV at 1.4, Anubix at 1.2, Buttons at 1.1, and Tag Defcon and Nick are suffering still. They have to pump out as many units. They can't focus on Eco as much, which I'm kind of surprised by Tag. He's not higher up. You would think he'd have a better handle on his Eco by now, but maybe he's just distracted with a bunch of stuff. I don't blame him. He's trying to focus on two sides of things. You know, he's distracted, APM and all of that. But another Awash has been built. It's going after those subs. Those Yasaos are just very, very annoying. They pump out so many torpedoes. Really, the only way to fight back is with harms or torpedoes of your own. And, of course, they're targeting anything in the water that moves or anything that looks like a com. Awash, if you can, says Overlord. That'd be a great drop. Takes out a huge chunk of those Zooey. A lot of those hit points are gone, unfortunately. I think he'll get one more pass out of that, and that will be it. We have Rascoms next to Rascoms hanging out underneath the surface of the water. Equals no more spam. Yeah, Overlord, no more spam. Yeah, which is true, but there's more back here. It doesn't even matter. It does look like TV's going to be. I'm just going to spam out as much as I want. We have some defenses coming online here for that southern island here for the Phantoms. If they do break, I feel like Anubix does inherit that island just due to the fact he has some of those Rascoms and TV does not. He's pumping out T1 facilities for Zooey though, so he's focused on other things. But we are at 28 minutes in this game so far. Still the Navy kind of holding strong for both teams. Both players here on the western side. I feel like it's starting to favor the Phantom, which of course is usually the case. Next to Waste Mass in NG spam now. Yeah, I get wanting to scoop up Reclaim, but you know, having Rascoms is a lot easier to deal with. That I know you have harms to deal with, but you know, you gotta cut your losses somewhere. I do agree with that. You just need full because move nonstop and you can't deal. Cyber and ES have crap accuracy. It's true though. Like the Galaxy classes don't have a lot of good accuracy. That's just the thing with Cyber forces, but they make up with it. No, that is the new bomb. Okay, so it's just the water thing. So that answered my own question. So the new Awasha bomber, it only lands the initial shot. I don't know if it's the full damage or just the initial damage. That'll be that's like a duelist video of, calculating the amount of damage, for Navy versus ground kind of thing. But of course, we have more and more boats on the eastern side. A lot of Yasaos assisting some aircraft carriers. Don't know why these are on the front lines because they're very weak and don't have a lot of ship-to-ship fire. But here comes an Awash straight on top of that aircraft carrier. It's going to land over here. We have Awash versus Awash. That's a nice drop of a bomb, though. It takes out a nice chunk of those Yasaos, though. It's still, Team Phantoms TV starting to feel the pressure on this eastern side. The western side, it's starting to kind of, level out a little bit. And we do have Nick starting to surround the island now here for Anubix. It does look like the Phantoms are starting to feel the pressure here, but lots of gunships are going to deal with a lot of those battle cruisers, unfortunately, here. Team Innocent doesn't have a lot of ASF or Air Forces in general. They don't have a lot of pressure there. They need more AA in that mix. They need more cruisers, to be fair. Those Hathums are being depleted quickly. There's more and more being built, of course, as we speak, and more facilities and torp bombers and more Awasha bombers are being constructed. supplied and then thrown at the enemy. In terms of eco, still sitting 1.4, 1.3, 1.1. So the other two players still haven't cracked 1,000 as of yet at 30, almost 1 minute in this game. Phantom is one of those games where plan sooner, and hopefully it works at SACU with push for B, some T2 as if needed. We have two washes that have been, built and are ready to throw their, I wouldn't say nuclear fire. I don't know what those are. The bombs are made of plasma. I'd say plasma. That's probably what I'll go with. I'll turn the camera, get a nice little cinematic shot of the incoming bombers. This is going to hurt. Are they going to go for those yes, they are. Takes out a chunk of them and takes out most of them. Nice bombing run here by Tag, Defcon. And that's depleted a lot of that incoming torp fire here from those subs. And maybe they'll be diverted to the middle section of the map to go after these Hathums. There is an Awasher, of course, here for TV as well. But he hasn't used it as of yet. Doesn't want to, throw it away unnecessarily. That's a lot of mass to give your opponent. In Phantom, it's not that much of a problem, but it does matter. Everything you give your opponent does matter eventually. But giving them like a couple of T1 tanks, of course, yeah, that's fine. T1 torp launches very far forward. I'm kind of surprised by that. A couple of Rascoms trying to spam up some defenses, of course. The aircraft carriers, again, not the best choice considering they don't have a lot of ship-to-ship weaponry and their missiles rely on the stuff not moving. And they're also weaker by like half of the hit points. So battleships are now being the flavor of choice here for buttons on this eastern side. Not a lot of Yassaus as well, so I wonder if he's focused on something else. And he's building some P-gens. I don't see any sort of like game enders, YOLOs, any of that sort of thing. Kind of would see that from maybe TV, but I don't see. Maybe he put it down. No, don't see anything over here. Some of the island has been destroyed here against the Nuke Mechs, so Nick has made some progress, but with all of those gunships, they are just ripping through those naval forces here. They've dealt with everything on the east and now dealing with everything to the north. Don't see any sort of effort to go for any Mavers. The game has been revealed, or the players have revealed, let the games begin. 30 minutes is kind of late, though. I thought it was like 20 minutes, but anyway. Washer has been killed off. The bomb did land, take out some infrastructure here in the island. I think this one will not get away. Oh, 250 hit points left. That thing is going to either be control K'd and scooped up for mass, or it's just going to be hopefully thrown in. Do not throw it in. You do not have enough. No, you're not going to make it all the way there. You're going to die before that bomb gets launched. It's not going to work. Is it going to work? Bomb's going to launch now. It's not going to work. There it goes. Takes out some mass fabs and a shield. It needed like 30 more seconds, 20 more seconds, I think, of regen, and then it would have been fine. But we have the re-emergence of TV's Navy pushing back. Buttons has had a lot of time to defense up, eco up, that sort of thing. He's currently at 1.1. Both of the Phantoms are at 1.4k each of them. And still the other players are not cracked 1,000 as of yet. But they're dealing with, of course, a lot of other things. Buttons, has done a very good job of like very ecoing up, even producing a whole bunch of units, trying to do what he can. Of course, he's had a huge help from Defcon. He's diverted a lot of his attention now to the east and going after TV. We have SACUs. I'm assuming the comm is somewhat nearby. Probably hiding in a bunch of... a lot of these Rascoms are damaged quite severely. There he is. I see him. He's actually taken a hit himself, probably from that bomber earlier on. So, that was actually pretty close to the comm. So, luckily that bomb did not go off. But bombing runs for these Awashers still. Oh, it's going to get control K'd as well. Takes out one SAC, maybe two of them. That's about it. So not a lot of them were killed off. But the Hathums, everything is being thrown at TV. Of course, if you can eliminate a Phantom, that's one less thing to worry about. I think Nick and Overlord are talking to one another. I don't remember the range. Does ground fire with cruiser work on harm? I don't think it does. That said, you not spam the MPKs earlier. The game was over for him. Now he hold an eco. Yeah. It's still over, says Nick. Nick still feels like the game is over for the Innocents, but of course, depending on how he eco. That is definitely true. Depends, but 1.4, 1.4, you know, that amount of mass is a lot to consider at 35 minutes. He could go for Scathis. He could go for T3 artillery in general. Probably will go for mass Galaxy class, because why the heck not? Is that everyone? Looks like there is some assistance being thrown here for his teammate, or semi-frenemy here of TV. Lots of frigates and other units being thrown for defense. He knows that if he falls, he's the only target left standing. So he needs to come and save him, or at least assist in some regard. Pings go down for something. I don't know what's going on. I think they thought they saw the comm, but I don't think so. No, he's down here, so he's spamming up those Awasha bombers as well. That's really one of the only things keeping him in this game. But strap bombers, maybe that's what they're thinking. Strap bombers are on their way. That's a lot of them. There's not a lot of ASFs or AA in the area. There's some of these aircraft carriers, but a lot of those bombers are going to get through, and he's going after... Who's he going after? Is he going after just a PGen? Going after SMDs. Oh, it's gotta hurt. Is that his only SMD? New SMD, says Overlord. Yep. And maybe there is a nuke launcher I haven't seen. There it is. It's right here, and it has no nuke. So a little bit of time to load an SMD. Strap bombers going in for the comm directly. Shields do cover him, and all those strap bombers are dealt with. But that is huge here. You got his arty, says TV. Yep, you got his arty. A new one has been, you got his anti, not arty. But SMD already built and already being spam loaded as quickly as he can. This might save him if he's able to build it in time. There's no SMD. Oh, there is an SMD on this base, but we have a Salem all the way back here. A couple of them. They've punctured through that front line. They've taken out a lot of stuff in the island. There wasn't a lot to begin with, to be fair. Don't know what Nick's been doing. Been not pumping out as much eco as I thought he would be doing. But how's that nuke loading? It's a little under halfway. SACU stack, says Overlord. There's a lot. That's a lot of SACUs. Yeah, they're producing the those Awasha bombers. Another one dropping. Another one dropping as well. They are being dealt with quite handedly though. But you know, 86,000, 95,000 mass, 22,000 mass. Those numbers add up. Team 1 and Team 1 Innocents have combined in terms of buttons and DEFCON to push against TV. But you know, those bombers, they need more AA support. They need more, you know, ASF support. They need a lot of support, either in the water or in the air. One or the other. Takes out another couple of those battleships, those Sathums. How's that SMD loading? It's over halfway done. He should be fine, unless the nuke drops somewhere short. That nuke will probably go for his base, and it will not land unless it gets bombed again. I think Anubex, he does see the SMD, so he knows. He'll probably still go. I don't know. Maybe he'll assume that they loaded it fast enough, but we'll have to see where he does throw that first nuke. And at almost 40 minutes, that's the first nuke of the game. That's kind of rare. Usually I see some sort of other nuke or something like that earlier on. I don't see any sort of long-range weaponry from anyone else in terms of standoff tactics or, you know, mass nuking or whatever. But Yenzin also being thrown, trying to do what they can to just annoy that front line. 3 Awashes, more AA. I keep saying it, more AA needs to be thrown at these. 125,000 mass killed, 68,000 mass killed, 8,000. This one's a newbie, as a newborn. We have some frigate support coming in from Anubex. They've reached the front line. Got a nuke ready, also says Anubex to TV. I think he will nuke battleships, says Nick to Overlord. Probably. I mean, he might nuke. No, I think the Awashers might have this. Yeah, they're taking a lot of hits, but, you know, 150 hit points a second, also nothing to scoff at. And those hit points are not dropping as fast as you would imagine them to. Now there's 4 of them. Yeah, this is not going Innocent's way. Of course, the Yassaus are just really churning through those forces on the eastern side. On the western side, it's back and forth. Nick has been able to puncture a little bit with a lot of T1 spam. Going for subs, of course. They can't be hit by frigates. And, you know, Galaxy classes have to essentially be, you know, microing them going for ground firing to go after them, so that is a thing. The nuke has been loaded. Is it going to launch? Launch, 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 launch. I dare you. I dare. I doubled it. Launch the nuke. Launch it. No. Okay, he's not going to launch it. Boo. Boo. Launch it. Boo. Watch, I'll hear the notification and then be like, ah, dang it. Love to watch the hatch open and the nuke launch out. It's really fun to watch. Anyway, Yasout's going after the Rascoms in the water. That's going to hurt your eco there. Tag. I mean, you don't really have a lot of eco to spare. Every little bit counts. BS here and kill his island. Does Overlord. Yeah, just throw your large number of summits. That's a large number of summits here. Lots of Galaxy classes. Lots of summit classes. It's a lot of firepower inbound. Oh, I see spy plane falling off screen. I'm trying to hill to climb on kind of thing. Yeah, that's just so many ships. That's why I love Phantom Cast, because there's just so many naval ships. There's so many. How has the situation gone? We've lost an Awasher. There's a bug. That's interesting. We have 3 more still. Looks like there's been some teleporting nonsense or something going on down there. Taking out some of the infrastructure. More bombs launching. Oh, takes out decent amount of units and SACUs there. There's still 3 online. Is he still producing more? Not really. It looks like he's moved a lot of his SACUs. Don't know if they were killed off or not. Doesn't look like they were. Looks like a lot of them were in here. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, I don't know what that was about, but that has got to hurt. How's the eco going for TV? He's dropped to 1.1, so yeah, that's a lot of his SACUs gone. I don't know why they came out of the water. But there's that nuke. I mentioned it. I knew if I looked away, he'd launch it. Where is it going? It's going for the secondary island that was already destroyed by Awashers, so that is a wasted nuke, unfortunately. Another one killed off. Going to save those Awashers and have the nuke kill that whole island off, but that's gotta hurt. Yes, says Nuke. Nuke, yeah, you're gonna nuke the spy planes. That's a good idea. Optimally with storage, trying to raise the energy production for those PGens. They're obviously base 2,500, and then if you add a couple of PGens, it increases it. It's at currently at almost 3,000. Makes the efficiency better, but of course it's a bigger explosion because of the volatile and e-storages and whatnot. So you gotta watch. What a nuke, says Tag. Yeah, what a nuke. Kaboom. Takes out a couple of PGens. That's about it. Use your BS stack on this. Yeah, take out the, looks like the land. Another nuke is launched. Same nuke launcher. Where's this one going? It's going for, oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's a lot better of a nuke usage. It's only killed 8,000 mass in that first nuke. This second one is gonna kill a heck of a lot more. You're gonna lose sonar. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Cup. Boom. Takes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Summits a bunch of support ships. Oh, there they go into the water. Nice hole in the middle. I think he took out a couple of his own units as well. But now went from 8,000 to 72,000. That is definitely worth a nuke. Buttons, control Ks. What? Hold on. What's going on? But Buttons had like 20 battleships. Oh no, yeah, oh no. Sad GG. Easy would have had Lolo if I didn't miss micro my SACUs in this. -3. 30-second disconnect. Buttons is gone. The game is over. No, what Buttons are you leaving? Well, we can't see. That's gotta hurt. I can't see you guys winning. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And I thought it looked like those units were transferred over. So hopefully with Buttons' departure, everything goes. Oh no. Wow, why game so fast, says Nick. Oh, that's gotta hurt. We had TV just gets rescued by an, external disconnect. That has got to hurt. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Unfortunately here for the Innocents, it now drops them to only 2 left standing. Both Phantoms are online, and both, the Innocents left standing. That's just gotta hurt. The only upside though is that Tag and now just cannibalize the old base here and funnel that into other pursuits. Lots of mass on the field. How much do we currently got? 1.4 million. And you heard that right. 1.4, 279,000 on that island alone. That'll be scooped up and turned into juicy things. And of course, if he doesn't build a YOLO out of that, what are you doing? You have all that mass. That's a lot of mass. You better fuel it into something else. Put all of your SACUs on, put a lot of your SACUs, engineers on that island, scoop everything up, funnel it into YOLOs, and just throw them at your opponent. That has really relieved a lot of pressure here. We do have some land invasions starting to kind of happen here against TV. He's lost a lot of his shielding. He's building his own YOLO. Very interesting. Of course, I'm assuming a Nuke does notice. Yep. Because he's still allied with his Phantom frenemy. Strat spamming power. Yeah. Or start spamming. Start spamming power. That's probably a good idea. Especially if he's going to be, you know, throwing a bunch of T3 mexes and probably some mass fabs and whatnot. They've taken out the nuke, though. So even though that they've lost the player in terms of buttons, Team 1 is safe for now for any long-range fire. For now. Do they know? Oh, that's him. Do they know about it? No, they do not. Need to get some spy planes over that. The sooner, the better. Of course, they've been pushed back severely. I feel like the Innocents probably would have won that battle right there if it wasn't for that disconnect. Because, you know, this island is being surrounded. This island was being surrounded with a bunch of battleships. So it would have been sooner rather than later, of course. Bunch of Team 1 spam with assisting, trying to just deal with these summits. We have Nick 01 still in this game. But, not Nick 01. A Nuke still won this game. His comes all the way down here. Good hiding, has cloaking and T3, a bunch of hit points on that commander. And it's not looking good. It does look like still we have DEFCON still trying to hone in, trying to, you know, force the Phantom player of TV in his little, you know, surrounding area. The international waters. They're occupying international waters. And please do not tell me you have RASCOMs trying to reclaim units. No, I don't think that's what they're doing. We have more RASCOMs over here from Nick to scoop everything up. T1 spam up for a bunch of engineers to scoop everything up. How is that mass income coming here for Team Innocent? Well, we have 730 and 840. EV has dropped below 1,000. Nuke still on about 1.4k, so he has the most eco in the game. And the Innocents, well, to be fair, Buttons had a lot of eco too. Those Innocents are starting to catch up in that eco game. It's only 45 minutes, though. Still got a long ways to go in this game. In terms of right now, you know, you would feel like the Innocents would win, but that YOLO is looking very, very, very dangerous. It's not going as fast as I would imagine. The eco, of course, isn't strong for TV, but he's getting back up to 1.3. You know, I think that might be somewhat reclaim related, I would feel like. No, he's getting, a little bit. That's a little, well, yeah, you can see the numbers keep switching. So, a little bit reclaim related, but, you know, something's better than nothing, of course. We have some spy planes on the edge of the map seeing what's going on. I don't see any plan Bs. I don't see any strat missile subs, so I don't see any of that kind of thing. We do see, of course, the Hathums. They have new capability on their ships, but I don't know if it costs more to build the battleship nukes. I don't know. But the battleships have punctured through that front line. They're starting to go after the very undefended island here. There's a lot of mass still to reclaim. You got to funnel it out. You got to get it somewhere else. Shields are being spammed up. We have T2 point defense as well. Trying to do as much as they can. You got to scoop it up. You got to funnel it somewhere else. And you won't be able to hold the island. You just got to move. And so is Nick doing anything with his mass that he's been getting? Nope. Just pumping out more ships. I mean, I don't blame him, but you got to have some way to end the game. Up hives. What? I don't know what. Oh, are they not? Oh, they're not. Oh, interesting. They're not upgraded. That's kind of interesting. You think they would have been, but they are not. You need that additional build power from those hives. But looks like there is a play to go punch through that front line here from a Nuke just to, you know, slow down that movement here to the north. Lots of T2 sub-killers. Don't know why they're not sub-hunters, of course. Never understood why the naming convention is different for those ones in particular, but We do have, of course, the... Do we have any Yassaus left? I don't... Oh, this one right here. They're sub... See, they're sub-hunters. Like, what the heck? But we have torpedoes going after TV. Oh, I don't think it'll be enough damage, but it's going to be a decent amount. Do they know about the YOLO's the main important thing? Do they know about it? And I would assume if they're that close, they don't know about it. Oh, no. They can see the comm. The trauma's trying to get to the land. T1 subs trying to do what they can. There is some T1 torp bombers of their own. And TV will make it to the land just barely. Oh, look at that. He's going to probably drop in the red. There he goes. Oh, sub 3,000 hit points. Oh. He does make it onto land. And the Awash comes and takes out all of those. They find out about the YOLO. They do not. Just move like a couple more inches over. Come on. You got to see it. There you go. You see it now. Okay. Lucky he saw too late. I pinged. That's close. You got to notice that YOLO. It's almost done. YOLO. Yep, there it goes. There's no tele-defense, it looks like, so a couple of comms, SACUs could come in and deal with that. We have the mass amounts of Harthooms being thrown at this front line here. Torps are coming in to assist. We have T2PD in range. We have a bunch of efforts to establish, a forward operating base for both players that are still on the innocent faction. But Nick has done a heck of a job of punching through. Once again, that island is almost eviscerated. Another... No, that's a shield. Looks like they're being reclaimed. Some of them are. Very interesting. I think he's going to go mass air, maybe? What's down here? I don't see any sort of crazy place. Could build a Scanthus. Could do something. I don't know. The YOLO has been finished. Its first nuke is almost online. Kill what? Says Nick, and he says YOLO. Says Overlord. And yeah, that's the main target. That is the main threat. That nuke is going to land right here. There's no SMD to protect this base. And I mean, strategic launch detected. Is it going to land there? No. Well, I didn't see the, the little icon of where it's going. It's going for Tag's base. Does it have an SMD? Oh, it's going to be sniped. Oh, it's still online. But it only has one loaded. This has 3 loaded. That was very close here for Tag DEFCON, and those SMD are going to be spam loaded as quickly as they can. There comes that nuclear super missile. It's a huge missile. Love the shriek it leaves in the sky too. And it's a trail. There it goes. It's taken out. The Tag can survive at least one more YOLO nuke, and I feel like the second one should almost be loaded already. Yep, there it is. Launching has been initiated. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I was a little off with my timing there. Dang it. Build more SMD just in case. That was a nice sniper attempt. It didn't fail. It did fail. The crash damage was not enough. And look at this. Nick has been able to punch her through a heck of a lot of Noob X's front line. Man, your name. You just... I get maybe Anubis was already taken, but I feel like that's what you're getting at. And, what? I don't know why these okay, a bunch of engineers. I don't know why they're going there. Maybe for reclaim. More SACUs are going to be thrown at this. You need an SMD or something if you want to keep this base online. I don't think that's the case. A bunch of brass comms were, thrown in the water to protect the SMDs. There's no more online. We have some teleporting comms, I think, being upgraded as we speak. Nice slide. Nice sideline scout bug. Dude. Stop it. Says Nick. And, oh yeah, over here to the west, I guess. And look at that. Tag space is going to go up in smoke. Or up in nuclear hellfire. That has got to hurt. We are 51 minutes in this game. Another player's base is dead. Unfortunately, where's the... Comm should be out of here. Okay, I was like, don't tell me you're on the island, because that would be very, very not great. There it goes. Oh, an SMD was launched, but it wasn't enough. And there it goes. It's up in smoke. Boom. Very solemn explosion. Couple of SACUs, some RASCOMs do survive, surprisingly. Feel like this one at least should have died, but apparently not. In the east, of course, that has given even more momentum to TV. I feel like at this point, It's going to be TV versus Nick. Wait. What happened? Oh, no, I thought there was a treaty or something, an alliance. I was like, are you going to go after TV together? Because he has a YOLO. No one else does. And not a lot of people have a lot of protections. So it's not going to go well if he keeps pushing. Because once he takes tag out, it's just Nick alone. I feel like a Nubex might... I don't know. It's kind of hard because if I was a Nubex, do I side with Nick and tag and go after TV? Or do I just try to hold out as long as possible? The issue is that it's a catch-22. Do I give time for the innocents in terms of Nick to build back up? Or do I take the hit and have my frenemy of TV come in and deal with everybody? But once that YOLO is done with dealing with all the innocents, that YOLO's going on him. And that YOLO's going straight for those naval units, which... honestly, there's not a lot in that path, so it's not going to go as far as he probably wants it to in terms of the mass efficiency for building the nuke. There it goes. Very pretty nuke. Wish it landed, you know, close to the actual bottom of the sea level. Tag, DEFCON control case. If Buttons was here, it's over. GG. Yeah, he's right. If Buttons was here, that base would have been gone. It would have been... it still would have been a good match, but that's got to suck. All of yellow disappears. Now, okay. Now I would give Nick the alliance and go for the combined push after the after the YOLO. There's a lot of strap bombers here, so maybe. But it could just be a Phantom versus Phantom at some point, which does end up happening, of course. And those strap bombers, where are they going? Well, they look like they were going to move to the middle and then decided not to go anywhere else. Do we reject? GG.
Strategic launch
Where are they
detected.
going? Nuke is launching here from the YOLO once again. And it's not looking good here for the innocent team. There it goes. It's going to land on a bunch of engineers. They're just trying to feed their families. Well, actually, at this point. There, I'm just hanging out. I like how they look on water, though. They look very different than how they... I think it's because the tracks are folded up so that they float. They look a lot weird. Obviously, the little image, you can see the difference between the naval look and the land look. But those engineers, so many engineers are going to die. We have strap bombers over the top. Those got to get out of there. And then they go. They're going to move out of the way. Bomb is dropped. All those engineers are going to die. Oh, strap bombers, no! They flew into the storm.
Strategic launch detected.
Another nuke is launching. This is not good. Not good for the innocent team. And what's going down south? Nothing much. Just spamming up some more, what are those? Oh, PD or artillery. Why are you spamming those up? There's really not a lot left. Everything has been thrown to this. There still hasn't been an allied attempt here between Nick and a Nubex. I feel like that's a huge missed opportunity, but only one SMD, and it's not loaded. And oh, this is the second one. There's 3 loaded, so one more missile, I feel like. But this is a huge amount of work. This is the time, a Nubex. This is the time to push. I have a bug, 6 I don't see reclaim. How did his icon change from UVF to Aeon? That's weird.
Strategic launch
Oh,
detected.
the icons are off. Overlord was an Aeon. What the heck is going on over there? Another nuke will launch. It's going straight for that. It's going to keep launching until it lands its target. The SMD are trying to be fast loaded. Stop producing strap bombers. Produce your SMD. You're going to die there. Cannot see when I click com for reclaim. Bam, SMD noob. There's Overlord. That is... Oh, wait. Did he talk to noob directly or Nick? No, he talked to Nick. Oh, that is... a little too late on that aspect, my friend. That nuke is going to land. I think that will knock out... nope, not soon enough. That will knock out Nick 0-1 from this game. Because you have YOLO. Yep, there it goes.
Strategic
Everything
launch
is
detected.
gone. All the infrastructure's gone. I was like, it should be keep... I was like, why did it stop? Oh, there. I was like, why did it stop going? Takes a second. Couple of the mass fabs still online, but TV says forgot about that. Snipe the YOLO, you. I hate you. A noob has the opportunity to go for it, but is not deciding to do so. Oh. Looks like he's finally out allying with that, with the innocent. You can see they're finally allied. That is, and it does look like a noob still hasn't broken the alliance as of yet. Shield are left. The tele need to be here. No shield on right. Yeah, you could put the tele right, or you could put the tele right here. But there's no PD. Oh, there's some PD, but there's not a lot. You could probably gate in right here and you'd be fine. YOLO control, phantom control. Hey, you don't deserve a win, says Nick. TV says okay. I mean, Atlantis spam says Overlord to Nick. I mean, yeah, he can do that. That would be a good idea. I mean, I held buttons and tag. Yeah, you did. But eventually there were like 20 battleships right here. So you was about, yeah, you were about to die, to be fair. It would have taken probably another 5 or so minutes. But I held. You were, everyone in games like no TV, you weren't going to win. We had the forces. It just was going to take a couple minutes.
Launch detected.
Lost my eco to pathing, so I deserve it, of course. Yeah, because that's how that works. And the nuke is going to keep landing, and eventually TV's just going to break with a Nuke Mechs and just run over everything. Everyone deserved. That was a good game. And so I deserve it. No, that's where we read that. Nuke going to... What? Oh, pings down. There's Strat Palmers right there. Oh, no. Strat says TV. And you can see him right there. At some point, you would feel like... Oh, no. Where are those? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of strats here for Nuke Mechs. He could snipe whenever he wants, but he's not doing it, and I don't know why. Maybe he's waiting for Nick to really feel the pain. Another missile lands. Nick's over here in the northwest corner. Maybe accept a Nuke Mechs because he killed me and deserved. He was only... So he would deserve more, and he was off mapping. 3K, I think, says Overlord to Nick. I think he's doing... I don't know what 3K is about. How much mass is currently on the field? I need one more. 1.27 million mass. So it's gone down a little bit, but not a whole lot. Maybe more, I don't know. Are the strats going to be given the order, yes or no? It looks like the break has occurred. Nick 01 and a Nuke Mechs versus TV. Where are those strats? They need to come in sooner rather than later. The longer that nuke stays online, the worse it is. Here they come. Here they come. I'm going to click on a Nuke Mechs. I'm going to click on like a middle one. Get rid of all the icons. Hit T. Oh, well, nope, nope. There we go. You can see the YOLO in the distance over there. The strats are hugging the edge of the map, and they're moving in. They're trying to get out of any AA range, at least over there. Turn has commenced. No, wait. Oh, it's over there. I thought that was the island. It's way over there. You got to turn at some point. He's probably building SAM sites as we speak. Let a new X2. There's Overlord. This could be it. This could be the YOLO dead. There's a lot of strats in this mix. We're following the one in the rear now, so hopefully that one doesn't die early on. AA is incoming. Gotta drop those nukes, those bombs. Here they come. Orders have been given. The YOLO is down. Repeat, the YOLO is down. Good bombing run here coming out from a Nuke Mechs. Takes out a lot of infrastructure. Actually had some other orders to take out a bunch of other stuff. Going after T3 land facility. All I want to say is forget buttons. Why? My brain dies at -3. Oh, because he was spit. I mean, why just buttons? Everyone contributed. If tag, not control K. It's 0 speed, dude. Yeah, if tag didn't leave, I mean, it still would have taken a while. It was, what's your issue with -3? It was -3 for 50 minutes, 20 minutes ago. It was -3 for 50 minutes. It was 20 minutes ago. Strap bombers take out a huge amount of infrastructure. SAM sites were established in this direction, so I love the fact that a Nuke Mechs went all the way south and all the way north. Great play. Didn't allow those strap bombers a lot of them to die to unnecessary fire. break happening once again. Essentially, they allied just for that one thing. And I think now it's just a free-for-all. And TV has accepted Nick's alliance, and they're going after. But you're stupid, man. I'm alive? Now, yeah, he's like, I'm alive? Where is he? Down here. He is alive. Let's see, what's the ecos at for everybody? Nubex at 1.1, TV at 300, and Nick has more mass, even though he was YOLO'd multiple times at 439. Strap Bomber's coming after him. Probably going after the last bit of infrastructure on the island here. There go those hives. Takes out a couple of artillery. Could have gone after those mass FAFs, to be fair. But those would be, I think, they might just get it with the next pass. Of course, the issue with allying is you see everything that person sees, of course. Going after T3 facility. Just trying to grab something. Again, something's better than nothing. Right here comes that wave of light oak tan to the west. Nubex broke me, not me. Oh, I say a new broke with. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why? I do understand allying just for that one bombing run. That was probably worth it, but that's a lot of harms. 74, and that's the, look at this, the range is huge, or the coverage is huge, almost the entire southwest section of the map. That's a lot of room to just have overlapping fields of fire. That's a lot to deal with. Look at this, going after anything and everything here. Battleships going down by the tens. All this naval pressure is constantly being thrown at a Nubex, and hopefully Nick does not take the approach of, I'm just going to ally with DV, and he should backstab him. He should, of course, know where his comm is, know where he's going, that sort of thing. Is he building up those Atlantises that Overlord mentioned? He has a couple of them, so that's something. Needs like 30 more of them, and then I'll consider that's enough. But look at this, a Nubex, he broke with TV, he took out the YOLO, and now he's suffering for it. Everyone, make sure you take a sip of whatever you're drinking. I just did, I needed to help my throat out. Been talking for a while now, you gotta make sure you keep it nice and, well, I was gonna use a different word, but wet? Nah, that's not the word I want to use. Lubricate, it's also not the word I want to use. You just got to keep it not sore. There we go. That's better. I don't know. Anything can be turned against me. So just make sure you drink water. Stay hydrated. I think that's, or whatever else. Stay hydrated. I think that's what I'm going to use. We have artillery being thrown at T1 frigates here. I love this. We just have like, okay, next, next, next. Okay, everyone keep on going, next. Just everybody single fire, come on. And now he moves that. Oh, down with the bit. Oh, it's a good bit. But it looks like T1 spam now being thrown back in TV's direction. And is Nick aligned with everyone? Nope, not aligned with the Nubex. He's not aligned with anybody. And of course TV's aligned with Nick01. There are some strats being built up, so there is a possible snipe for something. That's a lot of AA to go through, of course. And it does look like TV is going to move to the northern side of the map. On the complete opposite side. That's a lot of mass to scoop up as well. He's built a T3 naval facility and pumping out engineers, so that's probably what he's doing, is reestablishing himself on a secondary base. I'm surprised that Nick... Oh, no, Nick is doing the same thing. Okay, I was going to say... Looks like all of that T1 spam has been beat back by a Noob X, and now I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because, of course, this game is starting to be a little long. An hour and 4 minutes is a lot. You can see there's not really any juicy plays. You have idea for the bug. About the whole, you can't see the reclaim thing? Is that what's going on? I can see the reclaim, but I'm different. 158,000 mass there, 98,000 mass there, 47, a huge chunk of mass still on the map, of course. We got 44,000. And we have, of course, more buildup of naval pressure here. Looks like they're trying to target a RASCOM, but can't seem to hit it. And that T1 pressure is petered out as well. A couple of T2 Salems with assisting sub-killers, not sub-hunters. and still pushing that front line. Is that that engineer is doing what it's doing. That's hilarious. It's glad I was able to catch that. Is there a second YOLO being built? There is a second YOLO being built. Look at that. TV not giving up. He only has not a lot of mass, so he needs. How's his mass bar doing? Oh no, he's still positive. He has a lot of. That's a lot of reclaim per second. Oh shoot. That's really what's keeping him afloat in this game here. So that's gonna build that YOLO itself. So I'll slow it down when that gets closer to completed. But allowing TV to build another YOLO is gonna be ridiculous. I can see the reclaim. This is GG. North Navy reclaim everywhere inside. You are on the 800,000 reclaim spot, says Nick. What? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, look at that. That is so much reclaim. Look at that. There's a lot of reclaim over here, too. So much reclaim. Lots of SAM sites being built on all sides, wanting no issue from coming in any direction. Navy, factory spam build time 2. Just get ready for retake war in 1 sec. What's he doing? Are you building a Mavor, sir? I didn't even notice. No? Okay, you're just building... What is this over here? Oh, it's a nice facility up and running. Has a SMD as well, so that's good. Spamming up those RASCOMs. But it's right next to this island, and there is a couple of engineers hanging out there, too. We have naval spam here from TV as well. Both ecos starting to come back up. We have Nick at 1,000. I'm assuming that's reclaim related. No, that's actually generated. Interesting. But he's really struggling to keep that online, though. We have a Nubex at 1.5k mass per second. What's the total mass for everybody? 4.7 thousand, 4.2 thousand, 3.2 thousand. A couple millions as well. That is so much mass in this game. 1 hour, 9 minutes in this game. This has been very back and forth. I do agree with the innocent sentiment that if buttons did not end up disconnecting, at least TV would be gone. Just straight up gone. It would have taken a little bit. The first YOLO is out, and then it's back on the field, so I'm going to slow it back down. Love to see YOLO nukes come in. This wreck shop. Here's a nice group. Again, same strategy as before by a Nubex building a bunch of T2 and T1, which did eventually work, but it took a while. And there they go. They're trying to move out of range, but a lot of those cruisers are going to suffer the nuclear hellfire pains. There's a couple of whalers that get caught in the crossfire. Oh, that's going to hurt. Decent chunk of forces have been taken out. More of them, of course, coming online. Another nuke. Another nuke in the back. A monkey has been built. Very interesting play. Need to get that to the other side of the map without raising suspicion. There is an avenue of attack for the monkey if it comes all the way around. But there's some shielding around it, PD around it. We have, of course, the engineering facilities of the hives to pump out more and more nukes. If you have mass, make one SAT for scouting. That's actually a really smart idea because it gives you vision. I think it gives you. It does give you Omni too, if I imagine. Looks like all of the RASCOMs are fleeing the island. It's not enough protected. Where's the other nuke landing? It's landing at this naval facility down here. There is one SMD loaded. The other one is not. There's a bunch of SMD down here where the comm is hiding, and 7 of them are loaded. Jeez. And a lot of them are just ones, so able to stave off a decent amount of incoming attacks. Still, TV and Nick are allied. I feel like that will change as time goes on. What is his play? A couple of SAFs coming out of the Atlantis. I don't see... We have some more SMDs being built and supplied with mass to build some nuclear anti-missiles. The monkey has been spotted and the YOLO is being close. Fire support. Oh, it was close. Build Omni and sonar on your island, says Overlord. I do love the man in the chair of Overlord. He does get a nice credit for this game. Oh, it's taking a hit. Is it enough? Is he below the surface enough? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. It was a nice attempt. Did cause TV to waste well, not waste, but use a YOLO nuke. So build a couple more monkeys and do that same thing. You have a crab too. That's gonna take a while. It's very damaged. You can at least move that one.
Strategic launch detected.
Build a bunch of T2 sub killers and just run around the map down here. Check out all the SAM sites and then throw a bunch of strap bombers back at them. Because that's a lot of coverage. That's a lot of, sorry, not SAMs. That's a lot of T3AA. 162. A lot of them just down here. So there is a path of coming in from the north and then hooking in through the northeast. You can get essentially straight to the YOLO without any AA coverage. That is probably the best avenue of attack, but you have to go through Nick 01 and you have to obviously go through all of this. So he will see it coming, but I don't know if he'll be able to prepare for it enough. He's still hiding up here to the north. We have YOLO nuke lands once again, takes out more Navy. Still not enough Navy to take either side. And I feel like, is Nick partnered with... No, still not partnered with a noob. If we break now, he will kill you or SMD. He will be good in time. Having some power issues. It looks like 1 SMD, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Strategic
7.
launch detected.
There is another YOLO nuke. Lots of YOLO nukes this game. Of course, built by one player. Then only a noob. I can beat a noob. Let them destroy each other. What's going on? Conversations between Nick. What do you need after not him? Looks like some sort of attack is happening, but this is probably from pot shots. There goes that YOLO nuke once again. It's going to eventually land here, and it's not going to go good. Looks like it's going to be... Oh, there's a lot of them planned. Looks like that's the next one over here. And then this one. And then this one. And then here. So he's still got a couple of nukes to wait. He's going to try to allow his forces to come in with some assistance. He's going to have to wait for a couple of these harms to be taken out, though. So it is going to be a minute before all that happens. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nick makes his move before then. He isn't. Doesn't look like TV's plan to really attack Nick at the current time. He's planning a bunch of facilities. How's his mass going? Well, he's at 1.5k versus 800 versus 1.8k. So Nick does have a lot of mass. He will see it coming, and you are not at... Oh, wow. Okay, don't salt his intelligence. That's not okay. Don't do that. At least say, hey, I don't agree with the plan. You should probably have a better plan. We have some engineers reclaiming this section of the map here between both of our their allies, their temporary allies. Lots of... What are you doing? Are you... Mass bulwarks? Interesting. Don't know what that's about. What are they building up here, I wonder? Nope, nothing yet. Interesting. You hear that YOLO landing in the distance? There it is. Takes out another set of defenses here. What are these building? There's 7 on board. What are you building in Nubex? Are they ASFs? They are strats. That... Okay, so if you have... How many is that? Oh my... That YOLO nuke does land on that central island that was once belonging to Overlord. And now the attack is incoming for this main base. If this goes down, it's essentially going to be Nick versus TV 1 hour, 16 minutes in. Of course, it's not actually 1 hour, 16. It's actually close on the recording. It's actually pretty close to 1 hour, 16. This was never the plan, Nick. Bad choice, but you can win. But this was never the plan. What do you mean? Oh, torque bombers? Wait, has they broken off? They have broken off. There it is. It's now a 1v1v1 scenario. The betrayal is real, says Overlord. Oh, no. There it is. Couple of torque bombers come in and take out the comm of TV. It's going to take a little bit to chew through those 3,700 hit points, but that's going to be it. There's no ASF in the area. There's no AA in the area. That was... We were supposed to win together. You did. That was such the betrayal by Nick. Look at that. The YOLO nuke lands up here, takes out a lot of
Strategic
those
launch
destroyers.
detected.
And one more nuke will release. A nice last forget you. And dropping into the red, sub 6,000 hit points, sub 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kaboom. Of course, I'm YOLOing you now. Evac ASF. That's gotta hurt. And there goes the comm of TV. And it's now a 1v1. It's one innocent versus one phantom. YOLO nuke incoming to take out, I don't know, a bunch of engineers, I guess. Yeah, a bunch of engineers. This facility would have been a good target, but there are a couple of SMDs online. Lots of reclaim, and now it's again 1v1. The attack is real. The innocents can't come back in this game. You can only win like that. We lost 2 innocents. We have some salt coming in from TV, and now good luck. And he's got to break through to the comm. Some of the SMD were taken out. The one with 7 was taken out as well, so it is something to watch out for. If Nick planned it a little bit well, he could have had a nuke or something. But I think he's just going to win it with bulwark shields, I guess, because why not? But the YOLO was going to kill him in Control K. Oh, yeah, sure, you were going to do. I don't agree with that. I mean, he is a phantom. They're supposed to lie. That's kind of the whole point. I mean, maybe if I knew him personally, but just based on the role he is as a phantom, I can't assume that he's going to do that. So let's speed it up just a little bit. Here is the attack units moving into the middle. We have a lot of strap bombers built up, but there are strap bombers built up in these aircraft carriers, though, so we have Nick having to watch out for that. He doesn't know about that. Oh, man, you play so bad. It's just back and forth. Salt between the innocents and, of course, the innocents and TV. We do have the reclaiming going on, trying to reclaim that YOLO. That's the first thing I would go after. We have a bunch of forces surrounding that island. And we have a large number of T2 units, T1 units in the middle fighting one another. Lots of fire being thrown at one another. Look at the amount of yellow dots. Look at the amount of shots being fired. Needs Neptunes, though. Again, it's the same thing. Oh, here comes those strap bombers. They are inbound. We saw this being built earlier. Distributed orders takes out a huge amount of stuff on that island. A lot of... Oh, that's a huge amount of... He's gone. And then they'll just rinse the rest of that island. It's going to be gone. It's like, what, the second or third time this has happened to Nick. There go the hives. There go the quantum gateways. There go some more SACUs. There go the nukes. Did I told you to spam Atlantis? Oh, yes. Did you do? Oh, no. There's, that's gotta hurt. SAM sites are being spammed up as quickly as possible. I don't think it'll matter. That is not good here for Nick01. He did have a nice plan of betraying his pseudo teammate, but how many more are still online, I wonder, here from Anubex? 79 are still alive. That is split AA noob. You gotta build more as fast as you can. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, and he has a decent sized naval fleet to deal with. Cybern have the biggest AoE. Good to know that they have the biggest AoE. Oh, that's just gotta hurt. Going after the summits. Oh, it's gonna hurt. The summits are launching an attack. There's not really, actually, a lot of defense down here. A lot of them over here to the east. But there's so many harbs that it doesn't even really matter. And most of those have now been dealt with. Cruisers running around. SAM sites being spammed up as quickly as possible. There are now SAM sites because there are no Seraphim comms or units left standing. If I can actually say that with confidence, it's not just T3AA. This would have been a nice nuke base over here. Man, this was definitely a different game for sure. Bunch of Atlantis spam starting to happen now on main island. Maybe push. We'll have to see pushing that island. But a bunch of destroyers versus harms. And of course, we have a frigate just taking a bunch of shots from those summits. In the middle, we have a bunch more of units, some summits going after. I've dealt with a lot of this military, this navy, to be fair. Those strap bombers are dealt with. It's essentially the big push. We had some sort of nonsense going on down here. Maybe a strap bomber came in or so. I don't see Not sure if anything, maybe? Yeah, maybe some strap bombers came in. It was a good attempt. The comm was sitting there, but didn't get him. Mechs' left island says, oh, right, sorry, says Overlord. What? What? Oh, talking about this one, I think. Let's speed it back up to 3, I think. That's a good speed. Nice puncturing attack here through the middle by a Nubex. We have a nice fleet over here to the east. Couple of destroyers being pumped out as quickly as possible. There's more facilities coming online constantly here for Nick. 0 ASF with start, react. More strats in the middle. But it's not a lot though, and it's just going after those summits, so I don't know if it's really worth it though. T2 sub killers in the area with a bunch of destroyers. Kind of a net, not negative, but it's kind of just net 0 there. This is the main fleet that he needs to worry about, but there is this fleet to the west as well. Bunch of T2 spam. That is a Noob X's, not motive, but that's his main muse. He's not going for a lot of T3 spam. And there go the ASFs. He has control over the skies now. With that amount of ASFs, I don't talk too much. Just listen. I will not repeat all the time. Atlantis says Overlord. And there's, some are starting to appear here for Nick at 1 hour, 24 minutes. We're seeing 12, but there could have been like 30 of them by now. They have a lot of torpedoes, of course, and they're just being chewed through by those Salems and those other T2 sub-killers. Destroyers being killed by the 10s. That Atlantis is going to go down. There's a couple of bugs online, those Soul Rippers. You don't know that unit. I know it. Trust me. It is your win key all in front for your defense, your island. That Navy fleet to the east is starting to be dealt with, but it is starting to feel the pain here in the western side. Bugs protecting those, the ASF protecting those bugs, not bugs protecting the ASF. ASF do come in though. They're taking out those bugs. Where the ASFs here for Team Phantoms and Nubex. One of them is down. They're going to start coming in range of those SAMs, and there they go. Bunch of volleys go out, taking out anything on that island left standing. There goes another bug. At this point, mass income in terms of generated per second isn't really the main focus. It's going to be what you have like on the map in terms of mass reclaim. We have that Navy fleet pushing through. A couple of dead. Atlantis starting to litter the seas here to the east. How'd that fleet go? It's puncturing straight through. I don't know what their goal is though, because they're not really going anywhere. There are some torpedoes on these sonar platforms, to be fair, so some sort of offense. But this one has popped out of the water. You need to pop back underneath the water. You don't take all that cruiser and destroyer fire. Here they come, more and more. Defend yourself. You can't build under pressure, says Overlord. He's up here to the north. Does he know where he is? I would assume he does. Look at that. He knows where the comm is. 1 nuke, and it's probably over. He's rebuilt on Tag Defcon's island. Imagine if Tag Defcon was still on this match. Imagine that. 1 hour, 28 minutes in this game, and you can see this. I think we can kind of see which way this game is going. I'm going to speed it up to 5. Oh, it only will let me go to 3. Never mind. There's just so much happening here on this map. Sub the new one. Yeah, you got to get them underneath the surface of the water. Just due to the fact that there's just so much oppressive firepower with ship-to-ship combat going on. There's more ships inbound. These sub-killers will be dealt with, but it's just, I think Nick is trying to manage too much at one time. And we have a Nubex has done a very good job of just sending units in all different directions and taxing the APM of his opponent. Did you rebuild ASF with Atlantis? Because if you don't, it's over. Yeah, especially with the fact that a Nubex knows where you are. He doesn't know that, but a Nubex does. He knows where he is. I have some, I don't know, a bunch of more sub-killers are on their way to the west. Those Barracudas, they're just churning through those facilities to the west. They're churning through whatever's left in the northwest as well. Reclaim facility, just everything. Atlantis spam, doesn't matter. I don't see reclaim. I cannot win. And there goes T2 Tort Bomber spam to the east. Not going to matter. There's a decent amount of AA in the mix with these cruisers. And of course the ASFs in general. Again, it's not looking good here for the innocent player of Nick 01 here at 1 hour 30 minutes in this game. Current recording 1 hour 20 something minutes, depending on how I have to edit it a little bit at the beginning, and just making sure I get my opening and closing and all that stuff. Anyway, those torp bombers are starting to be dealt with those SAM sites, but there's a decent fleet to the west of that island. Frigates being spammed up as well in the northeast, but those torp bombers are going after those facilities. Bunch of engineers, don't know what those are going to do, unfortunately. And now they're being thrown to the east. He's just constantly going back and forth. Left is reclaim everywhere, right only on the Nubex new island. Yeah, it's just gotta hurt. The noob is on that island. Does Nick know that? Probably not. Nope, doesn't know that. But a Nubex should know where the comm is for Nick 01 if he hasn't moved, which of course Nick 01 hasn't moved. Still at 3 sim speed. You can kind of just see the beginning of the end on the east and western sides. And so it was a long fought battle, a lot of back and forth. I felt like the Phantoms had it for a while, and then they didn't, and then buttons ended up disconnecting, and then we also had Overlord that got insta-killed essentially, which I feel bad, because he almost escaped. If he kept going north, he probably would have been fine, or if he dropped, but of course that didn't happen. We have a couple of Atlantis here in the west trying to hold off that position, but they're already bleeding too much on different sides. Engineers don't know why you're spamming those. You need something else. 2.5 thousand mass versus 2,000 mass for Nick and a Nubex, and he's just running all over the island. We have some nice units coming down for the south, but there's a lot of defenses, a lot of units to churn through. I don't think it's enough for Nick to punch on through. Again, 1 hour 33 minutes in. He's dealt with most of the stuff here to the west. Atlantis being targeted by these sub-killers. They are being dealt with. I think they'll get one more Atlantis, and I think that'll be it. There are, of course, a bunch of Atlantis being and T2 torp bombers being spammed up. And hopefully he'll be able to stave off that threat, but probably not. That naval fleet does get dealt with quite handedly here for a Nubex, and he's dealing with this push to the east as well. Lots of frigates are just doing whatever they can to just tax the shots coming out from a Nubex's fleet. To the west, that's his main force, but there is, of course, those harms are being spanned up as quickly as possible. They're just churning through those Atlantises. Atlanti? I don't know. Plural form of Atlantis. And now the sub-killers are being thrown in the middle with a bunch of supporting forces as well. I don't see any T3 except for the aircraft carriers in the rear. I don't see any T3. It's only T2. So I feel like Overlord's comment was correct that if he went spamming T4 Atlantis, he probably would have it. Of course, building up all of those, essentially aircraft carriers would be nice to have a bunch of ASF and strap bombers and torp bombers and whatnot. And how many does he currently have on the field? 1 hour, 35 minutes left on, on the clock. 29 of them, and it's still not enough to hold back this tide of dark gray or Batman gray versus light gray or Imperial gray. You can see Phantoms still own the southern portion of the map. Man, your ASF, stop patrolling like a newbie. Just land them on safe place. There's really no safe place though. There's so much to deal with. T1 spam in the form of engineers. Don't know what that's going to get done. Maybe for reclaim, but torp bombers are being thrown at anything and everything they can get their hands on. And I don't think this is going to go well. T3 whalers are just going to run down this eastern side. This is a nice location here, but it's not going to last very long. And I think that's where it's going. Let's see with the little handy dandy little. Yep, it is going straight there. Not a lot of AA in the area, and this little tiny base is going to go. T1 sub with Atlantis is better. React on right. Hello, says Overlord. And there it goes. Rascoms are down. Hives are down. Quantum gateways are down. S&Ds are going down here pretty shortly. And there it is. There's ASF to protect those as well. ASFs are going to be thrown at this as fast as they can. Torp, defense, middle, stop. Atlantis build here. And it's just east, north. East, center, and west is just being wrecked here by a Nubex. Still kicking strong here for Nick 01. He's not going to give up. ASF's fight over the top. They completely miss the those whalers. And it does look like the ASS for Nick will win that fight, and then they'll be thrown to deal with those gunships. But I don't know if it's too little too late here. The Whalers have reached the main island going after those mass fabs. Oh, Cascades explosion. Oh, there it goes. Couple more. There all those go. Looks like there was only one target per group. It doesn't kill everything. It kills most things. Oh, some of those some of those Whalers were killed off. Most of the mass fabs were taken out, though, unfortunately. There goes the rest of them. There's 3 left. Will they get it? Yes, they will. Everything on that island is essentially gone. No, a Nubex rebuild. Good. You can't. There's Overlord. Overlord is, you know, I would still be annoyed if I died that early in a Phantom game. So, I mean, Tag Defcon, I wish he stayed in the game. Maybe there was some sort of comeback the Innocents could have mounted with him in the game. Maybe that would have not prompted TV to ally with Nick, but and we don't know if TV would have honored the deal of killing Nick and then Control King. I don't know about that either, but of course we'll never know. We'll just have to wait and see. Look at this. It's not looking good. Let's see how much faster can I go. Still only +3, even though I'm at +6. So you see that's how many units, how much simulation is going on. GG, well played, says Overlord. Yeah, it's GG. Nick held out for as long as he can. He didn't do enough, unfortunately, obviously due to the fact that he's not winning, and even a Nubex says GG. So it's good to see that there's camaraderie between the players, and he's still not deserved to win. Sorry. I have won the 1v1. You almost got me. And a Nubex, yeah, he's right. No, you lose that 1v1. Missed by 1 SACU. It's second 1v1. Almost, I won the real 1v1. now there's just Razin going back and forth. Don't know how he missed that. Oh, I think it was the fact that there was a couple of Rascoms built down here that he killed, and had he killed one more, it would have been enough, I think. But I don't know, maybe he would have lost this island. But he had a bit on back with enough SU. Yeah, so I don't think it really mattered. There it comes. Here comes the torps from those subs. I was going to say the storm launchers or whatever. But the sub marine killers, here they come. Nick is just going to accept his fate. Will he control K? Will he allow a Nubex to kill him? Nick was the best position. He just messed with his chance. And look at this. Just the amount of Imperial Gray left on the map is very, very small. And it does look like Nick just gates out of there. And there it is, folks. A Nubex wins the Phantom game. I hopefully enjoy that. I hopefully hope that everyone enjoyed the game. Please like and comment down below what your favorite moment was. Hit that sub button. Share this video with your friends. And again, thank you so much for for watching to the end. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And in terms of MVP, I feel like a Nubex deserves that. He ended up pulling out the win. He faced a lot of YOLO fire. He faced a lot of pressure from the north, from Nick01 earlier on. So I feel like he does deserve the MVP award. Let me know if I'm right or wrong down in the comments. And again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to every single one of you. And I will see all of you in the next one.